Now let's dive into Google Classroom. Google Classroom is the Google tool that can be used as a learning management system for classrooms. This is a great way to organize and assign tasks to students, grade those assignments, and keep those organized. We're going to take a look at several aspects of Google Classroom in the following videos. Let's start with creating a Google class. So first of all, there's a couple of ways to get to Google Classroom. So when you are in your Drive or when you are in Google Chrome and you go to the waffle or the app switcher, you can click on here to find your Google Apps, and Google Classroom will be one of those options, and you can open that up in that manner. The other way to get to Google Classroom is to simply go into your Omnibox and type in classroom.google.com, and it will open up your Google Classroom. Once you are in Google Classroom, you can create a class. So I'm going to go over here to the right-hand side, and I have this plus. When I hover over it, it says create or join a class. As a teacher, you will have that option to either create a class or join another class. In case you want to do that, in some cases, you would have joined a class if you are taking this Google certification course. But students should only have the option to join a class. Okay, we're going to create a class now, so I'm going to choose Create Class. It's going to ask about linking to SIS. SIS being linking to our Infinite Campus. I'm not going to do that for this class, but in classes that you are teaching that are in Infinite Campus, you can link those to help with grade export. We're going to skip this since that's not part of what we're doing with this video. So I'm going to create a class, and I'm going to call this class Science Section, or I'm just going to call it Science, because then I have the option to put in Section 1, and then I can put in whatever else I want to as far as subject. When you start typing, it does have some options you can choose from, or you can just type in what you want to, and then you can put in a room number. Now, the actual only information that is required is the class name. So if you don't want to put in the other things, you don't have to. And I'm going to hit create. When it creates the class, it is going to create one of these little cards. Let me go back now. It's going to create one of these little card looking things for each class that you have. So here's my science class that I just created, and then you can see the other classes that I already had here that were created. Now, once you create those, you can actually rearrange those. So if I actually want science to be down here, I can drag it and I can move those classes around. Within this little card, I also have 3 little dots here. I could click move, and just like I was dragging that around, I can drag them around here as well. Also within those 3 little dots, I could copy an invite link if I want to give somebody a link so that they can join the class. I could go to edit and I could edit the name and the section. I could actually make a copy of this class, and then I could go in and rename it if I want to do it that way. And then you could archive classes, which is something that we will talk about a little bit more later. But when you are finished with a class and you don't want to see it on your main board anymore, you can archive that class. I'm going to click on this class and open it up for just a minute because I want to talk to you just a little bit about theme and customizing the banner. So up here I have my name of my class and I have this banner. It just kind of defaults, usually kind of based on what you name the class. It tries to decide maybe what to put here, but you can actually hit customize. And then when you customize that, you can change the color theme that you want. And then you could also change the picture here. You can select from some preset photos. So you can go in and you've got some general, and then you've got it broken down by topics. So you could go in and click on a different theme and say select class theme and hit save. And now it's going to change that to whatever theme that you chose. You also have the option to upload your own custom photos. And so if you have created a banner, if you have a photo that you want to use, you can actually select those as well. It will need to be a certain size so that it fits in there and you're able to see it. And if you're interested in creating your own banners, I would recommend using Canva. You can go to Canva and actually search Google Classroom banner template, templates, and it will bring up a ton of them in the right size that you can customize for what you want. But you can customize the banner that you have there. That's how easy it is to set up and create a Google Classroom, and we'll continue to look at other features in the coming videos.